7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's now time for the Pony Cake Sports Podcast with your hosts, Josh Stevens, Tim Thompson, and Tom Schultz. Woo!
And we are back again. And what an eventful week 2 that we've had in Fantasyland.
It is you. We have 2 0-2 players. 2 of the top 3 finishers from last year sitting 0-2 and sitting here on the microphone. We definitely knew it was possible. I predicted it to happen for myself. But Tom, how you feel? That's been the talk around GroupMe since you won't be a part of it because it's the jinx. Just where's your head at right now?
It is what it is. Was hoping Josh Schultz keeps sucking. Maybe I end up like Josh did last year with the top 2 picks in the draft.
I did make a prediction, and I said that if you maybe lost this week, I hope you don't, but if you do, we could possibly see Zeke moved from your team.
Ain't happening.
That's what I said. I said there's no way.
I would need like 20 first-round picks.
Sounds like something Mike might do.
Very interesting.
We'll get to Mike's game here in a little bit.
Where
do we start?
Yeah, first matchup. We're going to go with Luke versus Spencer. Luke ended up winning this pretty much pretty easily, I guess. Would that be the term?
This is my first time seeing Spencer score. What the fuck?
It makes us 0-2 guys feel a lot better, right?
Yeah, it's 88.1 to 43.5. And I thought I was going to score the least amount of points on the year, and then I see this dumpster fire.
Spencer's team only scored 8.2 points more than Josh's quarterback.
Yeah,
Tom Brady had 35.3 points on the day. Wow. So, listen, I'm not going to pile on. Spencer and I obviously have our bet. Spencer and I have our differences. Spencer was a total cunt the whole week, talking about how I was going to start 0-2, this and that. And then there was a point in the day yesterday or on Sunday where he goes, well, this is karma, get me back in the ass for talking a bunch of shit this week. Huh? So he knew he had it coming, but that's one of the lowest scores I've ever seen. We're going to need a historian like Justin or someone to go back and double check.
He ended up making that trade for DeMarco Murray, and it kind of bites him in the ass. He got hurt, hamstring tightness, and then you look at Luke's side of the ball, pretty much his big points-wise came from C.J. Anderson, the guy that you guys have been ragging on all year-wise.
My favorite thing about this game is not only Spencer's score, but Spencer makes this trade. And with that injury, Jerry's guy, who Spencer gave him a ton of shit for trading everything for and keeping Henry, blows up. So that fucks Spencer in the ass. And then C.J. Anderson, who Spencer desperately wanted, he has the audacity to come on the show pre-draft, talk about how much he likes him. Luke goes out there, takes his size 6.5 British boot, and shoves it right up Spencer's pee hole. Yeah, fantastic. I love it.
Where do you guys see Spencer's team going from here? I mean, he's got Jordan Howard, questionable. He had his arm in a sling when he left the game. DeMarco Murray, questionable, hamstring tightness. They're going to, or no, not him. I'm sorry, Jacksonville's going to the London game. But he's questionable probably for this week. Brandon Cooks looks like he's just a flag machine. He's not going to catch any balls. They're just going to pass interference him every time. Golden Tate, who knows what's going to happen there in that offense? They ran it like a shit ton of times. Only threw the ball 21 times. What happens to Spencer's team here?
So, my issue with Spencer's team is beyond the fact that it's just not very good. He's going to want to start selling pieces off, and he doesn't really have that much to sell off. He has like a Devontae Parker that might interest some people for a mid-draft pick. A Jordan Howard if he can get healthy, or a Brandon Cooks, even a Golden Tate. But outside of that, I mean, there's not a lot there where you're like, oh yeah, I need a trade for that guy. He doesn't have anyone worth a 6th-round pick, or even a 7th-round pick for that matter right now. So he's in a little bit of trouble. I'm 0-2, and I still feel like I'm in better shape than Spencer's team. That's just a fact. Say what you want. I feel like he's going to struggle to win the bet of having a better record than I do.
Any other thoughts, Tom?
No.
Not at all.
You just can't stop laughing, can you?
No, I was looking at the point totals from last week.
Let's go to Joey versus Justin. Joey ends up pulling this game out with a win. He ended up 96.2, Justin 79.1. Some of the big performers for Joey: Kareem Hunt once again, Travis Kelce, big game, 16.3. And then his wide receivers still not doing a ton, but they're going to break out eventually.
I do want to add real quickly as well. Tom, just so you know, Spencer was totally sucking Tommy's dick on GroupMe last night and was saying how he's Spencer's new favorite and how he really likes him and talking about how Tommy has a new girlfriend. It was really weird. I think you might want to have sex with Tommy. But just so you know, he is now off of your dick and onto Tommy.
Good.
So just so you're aware of that. Moving on to this game, crazy. You see Devonta Freeman, has that great game and still less than Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt, is he real? Is this Kareem Hunt all year?
I don't know. You could make the case, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, for my sake and Fantasyland's sake, I hope not. But that's just me.
I think the real question is Joey a true championship contender with Jonathan Stewart as his running back too? Does he have obviously those wide receivers, all three studs. Travis Kelce, the man. That play that he made was fucking awesome. Kareem Hunt, fire right now. But a backup quarterback in Jonathan Stewart, I don't know. Thoughts?
I think he can. Backup running back. I think he can get by. I think he's going to play matchups. I mean, you look at Matt Forte. Matt Forte got 9 points this past week. So maybe he's going to plug and play Matt Forte depending on matchups. So can't really hate on it. Who knows? Maybe Chris Johnson's going to emerge as the guy over there in Arizona. That's a very, very strong possibility.
He got a ton of play last week.
So very strong possibility. So I'm intrigued to see what happens with Hunt and the rest of that team.
I'm interested. Maybe I'll trade him Buck Allen.
Next up on the other side, Justin on that. Devonta Freeman, 22 points. Leonard Fournette, 12.1. Wide receivers did much of nothing. Greg Olsen, broken foot.
Greg Olsen's what really fucked him in the butt on this one. Just that broken foot. Glad the season's not over. It's not season-ending IR, so that's good. The Jacksonville Jaguars, absolute garbage this week. Who was it? Jalen Ramsey trying to pick a fight with Delaney Walker, so threw him to the ground afterwards. I don't know. It just sucks. It could have been a lot closer if the Jaguars showed up and Olsen played, but if the butts were candy and nuts, I might not be 0-2.
Let's go on to the next matchup. Josh Schultz and Tommy Rafferty.
This was Tommy taking out his fantasy dick and not only smacking Josh Schultz, but smacking the politically correct Fantasyland right in the face and saying, hey, motherfuckers, I'm here. Tom may fuck my sister on the daily, but you know what? I'm here to fuck up the fantasy world. And I was super pumped that my prediction for the number one running back of the week, Todd Gurley, did just about that. I'm not sure if he finished number one overall, but he was close. I know that. Gillislee, I don't know if Tommy thinks he's getting this production all year, but there's nothing to say. Everyone on Tommy's team, except for white guy on Vikings, absolutely blew up. So,
well, the thing is with Gillislee too, he's his number 2, but after that, who's he got? Tevin Coleman. That's really about it. So it's going to be interesting to see if he makes any other moves for possibly a running back later on in the season.
Could be. Wouldn't be surprised if he ends up, throwing Spencer a bone to pick up a Jordan Howard or a Delaney Walker.
I could also see Josh Schultz on the other side. It sucks scoring 97 points and losing, especially no real production out of Le'Veon Bell. Main production out of Gronk. Gronk finally blows up. Jeffrey finally has a good game. But, it's tough scoring 97 and losing. So
typical Gronk fashion, though, blows up and potentially gets injured. I'm happy. There was actually preliminary talks. I'm sure Tom knows about it because he's the GM of the team. Preliminary talks before the season started of an Odell Beckham Jr. for Rob Gronkowski trade. There were obviously a lot of other pieces there. That's why it didn't come to fruition. But, back hurt. If he's hurt, I don't know what the hell's going to happen to Josh's team, in all honesty.
Next up, Mike Agent and Jerry McInerney.
Go ahead, Josh. I know you've been dying.
No, that's all right. You go ahead.
Well, I just want to say that
Mike lost. Lost. You can't rely all on your Packers. Lost. That's all I got.
Yeah, he
Lost.
The only two teams he would have beat were Spencer's 43.5 and my 66.2. Would have lost to everyone else in the league. What can you say? His Packers shit the bed. I think it's safe to say that I won the debate about the Nitro defense. It's not fucking fantastic. I told him it was super fucking gay.
Yeah, it's not good.
And it's not that good. So fuck you, Mike. Obviously, all 34 points are on the defense because wasn't there a fumble recovery for a touchdown? Something like that? Yes, there was. Good dad. I guess good for him.
I thought Aaron Rodgers looked pretty fucking mediocre in that game, too.
He did. I just think that's more Atlanta's defense being much improved.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, he got Jordy Nelson's injury. Obviously fucked him.
Jimmy Graham not doing shit.
And Jimmy Graham being hurt again as well. I think that's more serious as well.
How about that trade that he made with Brandon Marshall? Giving up picks to get Brandon Marshall, an 8th round pick. And he's on his bench. 1 reception, 17 yards.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it wasn't the smartest thing Mike's ever done. That's for sure.
Just think about it. This week, if Jordy Nelson does not play, you play him this week, right, Tom?
Yep.
So he's going to be starting Jarvis Landry, Cooper Kupp,
Travis Benjamin probably.
Travis Benjamin or Brandon Marshall or Zay Jones.
Or Zay had poor Zay. You see his drop?
Yeah.
To end that game. Poor bastard.
Who's Mike's number 3 running back? Is it one Eddie Lacy?
It'd have to be James White.
You're just giving him shit. You're just fucking with him now. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for Mike. Because Mike and I mean, I don't. I hate him, but I feel bad for him.
Both these teams right now, Tim, my team and your team are both better than these two teams. Look at their depth. Their depth fucking sucks. So it's the beginning of the year, it's luck, and cream will rise to the top.
You know, this came to, we were talking beforehand, and I said, that's why I really am, I'm just calm about it. If I lose to Josh this week, it could probably raise the level of fear substantially. But so far, like you said, at least 33% of this league would swap teams with you or I in a heartbeat. They can lie all they want, but they 100% would.
On the other side of the ball, Jerry with Carson Wentz, Melvin Gordon, big games out of those guys. Melvin Gordon not very big rushing the ball, but he was receiving the ball out of the backfield. Carson Wentz, is he a legit fantasy football quarterback to rely on? Because Jerry was trying to decide between him and goddamn Watson.
Looks like he's going to be throwing the football a lot. LeGarrette Blount didn't get a rushing attempt in the game. Darren Sproles was the leading rusher. So Wentz is going to be passing the football a lot. So that obviously makes him fantasy relevant this year. Right now he's quarterback 2.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I still have to just put it at a maybe. I don't know. He's obviously done good things, but they added a lot of weapons for him to be successful this year. So, I mean, it makes sense that they're trying to pass around. Even like Garrett Blount, he's had more balls thrown to him this year, I think, than he did all of last year combined. I mean, it's crazy. I like Jerry's team. I like that Jerry's master plan is panning out.
He is the definition of the puppet master.
It's all panning out. Gets Melvin Gordon back. Derrick Henry is still a little bit of a waste of a pick, or trading all those picks, but whatever. The Corey Coleman injury hurts him. That hurts him quite a bit. He needs to. He's looking for a third wide receiver today. So we'll see. I hope he really regrets that Kenny Golladay trade. That was a fucking just an abortion of a trade. So I don't know.
Moving on, Kevin and Tom.
Yikes!
Sorry, Tom. We gotta talk about it.
We do have to talk about it.
Tom with 77.8, Kevin with 86.4.
So who fucked Tom? Well, Zeke. I mean, that's the start in the beginning.
Bottled up the whole game.
Who would have thought that Zeke? You see, I'm sure you did, Tom. But Zeke's meeting with Jason Garrett today about his effort issues in the game. That scares me. That scares me. If week 2 the head coach is having to have a talk with the star running back, who probably shouldn't even be playing, but you're fighting, doing all this stuff for it, and now you're having effort issues. That's a big fucking red flag to me, and I like Zeke.
What do you think they're going to sit him over it, Tim?
Well, I'm not saying that.
I don't know why it really worries you.
It doesn't worry you that they're saying that he doesn't show any effort after the guy just got 6 fucking yards or whatever the fuck it was.
It was 8 yards rushing And in my opinion, it shouldn't count as a game. It should be
I sent you that picture, dickhole.
should be counted as a game against next year. That's all. I don't know. It just, huh?
Oh yeah, you're not on it. It was a picture. It was Zeke like looking off in the distance, and it said trying to figure out how to ask the commissioner if the game where you got 0 yards rushing, if that counts as a game served for your suspension.
So yeah, just a bad couple of performances by your guys. I mean, the Ravens defense had a really good game. Martavis Bryant finally did what we thought he was going to do.
Yep.
And then just kind of all across the board, just duds. It is what it is, you know?
I think we're all shocked Amari was so bad.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
But I don't know. I think we all thought the game was going to get out of hand early, and that's what happened.
Yeah, you can't help it when goddamn Crabtree is scoring 3 touchdowns.
And pretty much all in the first half, and Cooper didn't do much after.
Yeah.
In the second
You're
half,
just
they
going
were
to
up
run
so
it
good.
after that. On the other side of the ball, on Kevin's team, it's just he scored pretty evenly across the board. Jeremy Maclin got a touchdown. Lynch had decent points, 10.9. Carlos Hyde had a pretty decent game. Can't complain with that. A lot better than I thought he was going to do against the Seattle defense.
Fuck yeah.
And then Cam Newton, just being mediocre Cam Newton. So
Chris Hogan won him this game. Plain simple. Brady was looking at Chris Hogan.
what won Kevin this game is Zeke not going for more than 15 points.
True, but if Chris Hogan doesn't have almost 80 yards receiving and a touchdown, he also doesn't win the game.
And
so.
Matt Prater.
Yeah, 8 points from him. Yeah, good for you, Kevin. That's fantasy football, I guess.
Last game, mine and yours, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Honestly, it went exactly the way that I unfortunately saw it going. Isaiah Crowell had to play Baltimore. I knew he was going to struggle there. Antonio Brown, I figured would have Xavier Rhodes on him all day. He did. I think he only caught 2 or 3 balls there. Odell barely played. I'm just glad he played and showed that he was fired up to be there. Eifert, he got hurt. That's not good. I was happy that I saw the Derek Carr that I wanted to see, and I was absolutely fucking thrilled to see Jay Ajayi go out there and run hard. It was the exact game that I thought it was going to be. Didn't expect to win. Still not happy being 0-2. It is what it is. Now I move outside into the real world and play non-division opponents.
I'm just happy I have a new number 3 running back in Chris Carson. So, I don't think they've actually.
You don't want to talk about your win at all? You want to talk about one of the guys on your bench?
Yeah.
And you benched Keenan Allen this week.
I
huh?
did, yes.
Oh, that could have backfired terribly if it's starting
been.
Larry Fitz.
Yeah.
If my team played at all, you would have been. How pissed would you have been about that?
Yeah.
You would have been really pissed.
Yeah, Keenan Allen won't be benched ever again. I was.
That's a dumb play.
Well, I mean, look at the matchups against the
For
the
sure.
Colts. Yeah.
For sure.
So that was where my head was. But Keenan Allen, 9 catches, 100 yards or something like that.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
pretty
Looking
solid.
good.
Yeah, he looks solid.
The
PPR
good
purposes.
news is too for you is that you're gonna have a couple of guys coming off a suspension here.
Doug
Pretty
Martin.
soon.
Yeah.
Dougie Fresh.
God, once Doug Martin comes back, I'm gonna be very happy. And then Josh Gordon, I'll trade him to Jerry. So
You're a retard.
why? Just saying. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the matchups for week number 3. I want your guys' predictions on who's gonna win and why. So we are gonna start off with Justin versus Tommy. I think this is a pretty big matchup. 2-0 team versus 1-1. Right now, Justin's got Matt Ryan, Freeman, Fournette, Baldwin, Hopkins, Hill, Austin Hooper, Jaguars defense, and Dustin Hopkins. Tommy, Breeze against Carolina, Todd Gurley against the Niners, Gillislee, Crabtree, Adams, Sanders, Walker, Cardinals, Crosby.
So I'm going to predict this game is going to be ugly. This game is going to be dirty. It's going to be under 90 points each. Obviously, Justin has Matt Ryan and Devonta Freeman. Not Darius Slay, the other corner for the Lions. I can't remember his name right now. But he's the number 1 corner in all of football for the first 2 weeks. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Leonard Fournette has to play Baltimore, and that's in London. It's going to be tough sledding there. And yeah, I don't like any of those matchups for Justin. And on the opposite side of the ball, Drew Brees has to go into Carolina. He's different on the road against a division rival. Todd Gurley's in San Francisco. you can go on and on. Michael Crabtree against Washington is going to be the difference maker potentially right there. So I don't know. I'm going to take Justin though to squeak one out, show why he is a Starfish Bowl contender this year. Bring Tommy's big inflated fat dumbass head down to earth a little bit, and Justin squeaks one out, 82.5 to 79.8.
Tommy loses his first game of the year to Justin.
All right. I'm going to go with Tommy loses as well, just because he was bragging a lot when he was winning, and I don't like that.
Well, I just hope, and when I think of Tommy losing, his picture of Brock Lesnar making that face, that's what I picture Tommy's face is going to be doing.
Let's go to, who's this, Kevin and Luke. What a shit show of a matchup this is.
Honestly, the fact that one of these fucking cunts are going to be 2-1 just makes me smile. It makes me love fantasy football.
Yeah, they're both pretty much projected to tie.
That much more. I mean, you have 3 years ago these lineups were real scary. Shady, C.J. Anderson, Carlos Hyde, Marshawn Lynch. I don't know.
Should we just throw a dart at the board?
Yeah, you know what? I still think Kevin's team is bad. I like Luke for rolling with Ted Ginn. I don't know if you saw who else had a touchdown this week, gentlemen. Cordarrelle Patterson. Yeah, go eat a
You're
dick.
still saying it wrong, Tim.
No, it's the only way to say it.
It's wrong.
That's the right way to say it. So just so you know, that's a thing. So I'll take Luke.
I'm going to take Kevin. Not a big fan of Luke's matchups. Dak against Arizona. Sean McCoy against Denver. Dez versus Arizona. Not very good. We'll see if Jordan Reed even plays. Kevin's going to be 2-1 and leading the East after week 3.
Well,
Yeah, I like Kevin's matchups a little bit better overall. You got Cam against the Saints, Hyde against the Rams. I mean, the Rams defense has been playing good, but I think Hyde can do something. We just saw what he did against.
Pirine did well against the Rams.
Yeah, exactly. We saw what he did against the Seahawks, so be very interesting to see how that goes. If Jeremy Maclin's healthy, good. Same thing with Hogan. He's going to get targets. So I really like Kevin's team in that matchup, and honestly, I could see his team break out over 100 yards this game, or 100 points. I'm sorry. So very interesting.
Little known fact about Kevin's team: he hasn't broken 100 points since 2012.
It's probably true. Next up, we have Josh Schultz versus Tim Thompson. Game of the week.
This is it's an interesting game. I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be fun. Josh drafted for this game. He drafted Ben Roethlisberger for this game to kind of subdue Antonio Brown. The Bears they're on like their third or fourth starting linebacker, so Le'Veon Bell should have a field day. I don't know. It's going to be close. I like a lot of Josh's matchups. I love a lot of my matchups as well. It's my first time this year. I'm going to predict a victory. I'm going to say it's going to be a big one too. 116 to 87.
Josh Schultz has had pretty bad luck this season and all of last season. Every team that faces him blows up. Tim, you are good luck to Josh Schultz. You do not blow up. You shit the bed. Josh Schultz gets his first victory of the year. Tim goes 0-3.
I think he would cry.
I got a question for you guys. Does it hurt your fantasy team with having the quarterback and a running back on your team from the same team, like Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell? Is it almost counterproductive?
It can, but if they're on a good offense, it just means you're almost guaranteed to get points on any given touchdown play.
I think if both are average, yes. But having an average or slightly above average and a superstar like Josh has, I don't think it matters. I mean, anyone who says that they wouldn't take Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell, you're a fucking liar. You're wrong.
No, I agree.
He should start Kirk Cousins this week.
Against the Raiders?
Yep.
I disagree with that completely. I disagree with 100%.
Next up,
Big Ben's on the road, homie.
Joey versus myself. 2-0, 1-1. Dun 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 dun.
Honestly, Josh, I mean, I hate you, but for all intensive purposes, I want you to beat Joey. I want the division to get. Listen, I've already lost to both of you, so the best thing for me is to get close the gap as much as possible. With a win, you winning does that for me. So I'm hoping that you win. Yeah, I'll just leave it there.
I'm going to go predict myself to win. So
that's a shocker.
Yep, I'm going to say it every week.
Yeah.
Josh wins a nail biter.
Yeah, 99 to 98.6.
Next up,
this is the game of the week.
which one?
Spencer versus Jerry.
That's not the one I'm going with.
All right, fine.
Mike versus Tom. I'm going upwards on my thing. So we have the shitty Packers and a running back 2/3 in Delvin Cook. Zay Jones is in the starting lineup against Denver. Congratulations for that. Tom wins. You're going to give Tom his first win. Thanks. Not even trying this week.
Yeah, I mean,
You just mailed it in.
you're starting 3 rookies, and I can't say that that's a recipe for success. So, Mike, I do actually feel bad for you, but no, you're going to put Tom's confidence back on track and put him right back towards the 4th starfish.
Yeah, with such a bad game of Dalvin Cook last week, you should just put in Eddie Lacy and really just mail it in.
I should win this, so I'm going to pick myself.
Who do you hate more, Mike or your brother Joey?
Huh?
Who do you hate more,
Fantasy
Mike or...
purposes?
Yeah.
Joey.
Well, not real life.
Next up, we have
No comment.
the last game, Jerry versus Spencer. A 2-0 versus 1-1. A team that just put up almost 100 points and a team that couldn't even break 50. What an exciting matchup.
This is an exciting matchup only because when Spencer loses, I mean, really, what's he going to say? He scores 150 one week, and then the following week, he loses to Jerry, who he calls a retard every other fucking second of the day. So I'm really pulling for Jerry here, mostly for betting purposes, pretty much all purposes. I really hope Jerry pulls it through.
I can't see the matchup.
Yeah, Jerry has Carson Wentz, Melvin Gordon, Derrick Henry, Kelvin Benjamin, Kenny Galladay, Nelson Aguilar, Jason Witten, Texans D, and Matt Bryant. Spencer has Mariota, Howard, Murray, Cooks, Tate, Wallace, Clay, Raiders, Tucker.
Jerry, you have one of the worst lineups in the history of this league, but you are 2-0. You will be 3-0 after this week.
Just think about that. Starting Kenny G and Nelson Aguilar as your starter, and he's pulling out dubs.
I'm thinking he's gonna drop Benjamin and start Laquan Treadwell as well.
What does he do for wide receiver / what does he do for a running back 3? He's gotta consider dropping Blunt, right? You almost have to at this point in time. What wide receiver does he go for? Javon Curse at this point? I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, he just has to make a trade. Yes, he doesn't have much to offer, but he needs to make a trade. I'm more interested to see what Spencer going to do if the Howard and Murray injuries are serious. He's going to end up starting Thomas Rawls and AP. That's going to be some tough fucking sledding,
that's
man.
not good.
God, I hate both of these.
Yeah, this might be the very first abortion bowl of the 2017 season.
Let's talk about some of the... So now that we have our predictions, we're going to go with Jerry, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
He's going undefeated.
So Jerry made a trade. He traded away Terrell Pryor, ended up getting Kenny G, traded away 2 8s
Did we
to
talk about
get
this last
Kenny
week?
G. Yeah, I just want to hit
Great
on it real
value
quick.
for Jerry. Jerry's a lot smarter than all of us, obviously. He just continues to
But
make us look stupid.
The best part
so
about
shut
this,
up, you peons.
The best part about this is Kenny G went out and got 1 catch, right? But then Terrell Pryor on the other side only got 3-point-something points.
Jerry's a genius.
So it doesn't show that it's that bad of a deal. What about his trade with Kerwin Williams? Thoughts on that?
I loved it for me just because it made sense for me. Everything about it for me. I don't think it was a bad trade for Jerry, in all honesty. Now it hurts because he has people down.
Yeah.
But at that point, Shepard, this is how I sold it to him. Jerry Shepard's your 5th wide receiver. You need another running back. Williams is supposed to be the guy. To be honest, he actually is he screwed himself up. I offered him Buck Allen. And he turned Buck Allen down.
Oh, really?
I offered him the trade offer was Buck Allen for Sterling Shepard. He denied it and
sent Williams instead, and I accepted it instantly.
A deal.
Wow.
So I mean, I was shocked by that, but you know, and that's not even me knocking Jerry. I do think it makes sense what he was trying to play out. It just
Is that the worst trade of the year so far?
I don't think with circumstances, I don't think you can
No.
say so. I hated his Terrell Pryor and 2/8 for Kenny Galladay way fucking more.
Is Kenny Galladay going to be the guy, do you guys think? Is he going to be somebody Jerry can keep and rely on?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think so.
The Lions are playing at like the peak of their game right now, and they're doing it with a running game, which they've never done. So third wide receivers that have been, fantasy relevant aren't going to be that way.
He'll be 100% touchdown relevant, and that's really not what you want.
Correct.
Will Eddie Lacy see the field this week or the week after?
Yes, Thomas Rawls and Chris Carson will both get hurt.
Typical. Yeah. Honestly, I have no fucking idea. I just hear you talk about it all the time. I laugh. I'm just not paying attention to it because I don't want to even acknowledge that it's a thing. I want to say as well, if Spencer just would have kept Frank Gore instead of DeMarco Murray, he would have broke 50 points this week.
He would have.
He would have. Frank Gore had a touchdown.
Fucking Jerry's projected 76.
Jerry, this is the best part with Jerry. Though. Jerry says projections just don't mean anything.
they
Jerry
don't.
does, Jerry. That's Jerry's motto.
They don't mean shit, but when you look at his team...
Jerry can be projected for fucking 40 points, and he doesn't care.
Jerry is the little engine that could of this league.
Yeah.
He really is.
It's entertaining.
So, for instance, right now, I am projected to be the high scorer for this coming week. So,
Who do you guys have as the highest scorer for this week and the lowest scorer?
Jerry highest, Spencer lowest.
184 to 32.
Galladay,
Jerry
4
over
studies.
No,
Jerry spelled babies wrong.
I saw that.
Oh, God. Fucking...
I love.
Hurry up. Highest and lowest.
I love this bizarre league. Highest, I'm gonna say Josh Stevens. Lowest, I will say Josh Schultz.
He would freak out.
Josh Schultz, lowest.
Yeah. I'll end up beating him like 65.4 to 60. And then he'll just really fire sale. I'm not worried about him fire selling at that point. I'm worried about him killing himself.
Highest, Kevin. Lowest, Mike. That's what I got.
All right.
I hope Mike enjoys this. It's for you, Mike.
You're just really hating on Mike.
Just throwing out.
We're going to get text like, actually, Josh,
All right.
Ty Montgomery and Eddie Lacy are going to combine for 45.2 points.
Yeah. And Ty Montgomery's going to get all those points because Eddie Lacy will be on the bench doing nothing. That's all we have for you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.